Welcome, everybody, to another Rev Talk. After Reverend Kim and myself were talking, I want to talk about triggers. It doesn't care what kind of triggers, but everybody's triggered today. There is so much noise around us. There's nothing that doesn't get some bone in your body agitated, and we have to learn how to stop that. And I don't know how. And I'm going to give an example. I can see you laughing, but it's when I had my surgery, they said you have to tell your grandkids that they can't come around for a couple weeks because we don't want any infections in your body. And nobody listens to me. Who am I? Oh, they don't have any germs. So they haven't been here. And my granddaughter snuck in and she saw me and I was out on pain pills and it scared her enough. She hasn't been back. So you you've got to honor other people's requests
Yes.
as well as not force your understandings to them. Because what I learned in surgery, they don't care if they have germs. But what happens is that germ goes into your body's then going to take all its energy to fight the new germ
Right.
instead of fighting in case they don't accept the steel plate they put in or titanium plate they put in my body. And if that gets rejected, then I'm SOL. So that's the whole 2 weeks on this. And I never understood that. Now that the doctors explained it to me, it makes sense. So I'm limiting my exposures. I'm not going out. I'm not doing anything. No one's coming in. And when you finally let somebody understand your reasonings, not preaching, not trying to tell them, oh, you're not right. This is no, you need to do this. No, this is why and how I believe, let me be. And it always reminds me of the Beatles song, Let Me Be.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes me back a step. I sing a couple phrases and I'm fine. And the older I'm getting, I'm singing that one with the lady behind the door. She had her mask in a jar behind the door, Mrs. Rigby,
Oh, yes.
because my face is all hanging, my body's hanging because I can't do anything. But those are triggers. And when you can laugh at them instead of get antagonized by them, they don't bother you anymore.
Right.
I can watch anything on TV now and I can just block it out and just see what I want to see.
Oh, that's good.
It's amazing. I mean, Ray's been watching some really horrific drama ones in blood and guts, and I have nightmares. And I said, Ray, I can't do this because I'm up all night. And so he's still watching them, but I've learned to see like the love side of that. And then I go
Oh,
to sleep. I don't see the violent side.
that's good.
And so this is what we have to do in this world. Even if the news is going to come on, you're going to hear everything going on. Pick what's good out of it. See the good
Yeah.
and then focus on that. And a lot of that comes from that Elkin era where you're heart centered.
Yes.
Everything you do is coming from your heart. And if I tell you you're wrong, it's because I love you. I'm not telling you how to correct it or what to do. All I'm doing is letting you know there's something wrong there. I'm not trying to control you or interfere in your path. And it may help you realize, I have to think about that. I'm going to have to see what she's talking about. She's not telling me what to do. She didn't tell me not to do this.
Right.
She said, it's your choice. It's your path. I'll accept you and love you any way you do it.
Well, it's not even a matter of right or wrong, because right and wrong can be very subjective.
Yes,
It's a matter of where you are on your journey, on your path, and your boundaries. So if somebody is overstepping your
that's a trigger
boundary,
for me.
there's I just saw the eye roll. It's like, there it is, folks. There's that big old button for
Yep.
it. But that's where you're coming from. This is my boundary. This is the reason why I have this boundary. This has been, you know, I've been told by the doctors, this is what must happen. So you're sticking to your boundaries. So it's not even a matter of right or wrong. It's a matter of respecting your boundaries. And there will always be somebody who feels that your boundaries don't apply to them, which is where the trigger comes from. Sometimes there's always that individual that's like, well, that doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
So I'm just
We're family.
right, right. So that's when you have to kind of apply that how do I want to put that? That gentle but firm commitment to your boundary with them and to stand your ground
Mhm.
and to say, no, this is how this must be. Now I have found with family members, if you really bring about medical terminology and an explanation, they're more likely to believe that, which can be a trigger unto itself. Like, okay, so I'm telling you this, but you're not believing me. However, a doctor says that, and now you do. That's one of
Yeah.
my triggers. Like, really? But that's part of it, is to establish your boundaries and to stand your ground. And sometimes it's difficult because you don't want to be offensive or to hurt anybody's feelings. You don't need to worry about that, because all you're doing is standing your ground and protecting your boundaries, because you're protecting you. How they perceive it is entirely on them.
There you go. I learned that a long time ago in one of my first classes, and that was it. Like you can say you look terrible, but it's how you're saying it, and they take offense and don't want anything. You told me I look terrible, I look fat, I look this. No, 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 no. It's how they perceived what you said, and
Right.
that's the key.
And it's your intent when you say it.
Yes.
So if you intend to be insulting, okay, well, expect some backlash. If you intended to be loving about it or caring about it, and they still took it wrong, at least you know your intention came from your heart.
Yes.
So you're absolutely right. There are a lot of triggers out there. And I find myself being triggered more often lately. And I think it has to do with a lot of the energies that are coming in, and a lot of the chaos that's going on that we're responding to.
The monthly reading from Elvia
Mm,
was quite interesting because I chose number one, and that's what it was about. The earth
right.
beats at its own pulse. It's different than our pulse, and it's going through its stages as we're going through our stages, hence the connections and the problems. But we all just need to remember we're all one. And
Yeah,
it all comes back to we're all one. And if you just again take a breath, step back, take a breath, center yourself, it does work.
it does.
No matter what the circumstances, it works.
And that's with the fast pace of the earth now, and people, everybody's moving at such a fast pace. Everybody's going and doing and, thinking and all of this. We sometimes forget that we're in charge of ourselves. We're in charge of our part of the conversation. So it's okay for us to pause and take a step back. You don't have to be yada all the time in a conversation. You can pause, step back, and that's where you gain that clarity, that to say, okay, all right, I'm pumping the brakes. We don't have to be going at breakneck speed here in this conversation where thoughts are flying all over the place. I'm going to be more mindful of what I'm saying and listen to what you're saying,
Yes.
and go from there. That's that's something that have to learn as well, is to remember that I'm in charge of my part of the conversation.
Yes.
So I can slow it down and slow myself down so that I'm really paying attention and being mindful of the person who's speaking to me as well as to myself.
That's exactly right.
So yeah, the triggers, yes, there are a lot of triggers. And I think also another reason why there are a lot of triggers that are showing up is that there's a lot of clearing going on for everybody. So a lot of things coming up that need to be cleared. And when you find that it's triggering you, that's kind of the little alert button that says, okay, pay attention to me. There's something here that needs to be addressed.
Yes. And that's the key right there. Stop and listen.
Mhm.
Just like, all of a sudden I had pain and I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to call the doctor. And it was something simple.
Right.
I and listen to the messages within your physical body. And oh boy, I'm learning this one really good. But it's something as simple as that. If you've got a headache, there's a reason you have a headache, something, and you'll figure it out.
Yes. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That is going back to that tenant. That's actually that's really good. I like that. Thank you. Because that's I listen to the spiritual messages within my physical body.
Yes.
And it is again the ability to slow down just a bit and pay attention and respecting your body and respecting yourself as well, instead of pushing through. i'm i'm
Yes.
i'm big on, okay, I just push through this, let's just power through this.
I spent my whole life doing it.
this whole week this whole week has been, I am exhausted. I have to stop and take naps. I, I
Good, you
just,
do.
I know it's almost like my body's like, nope, you're not even going to be able to power through this one. You have got to lie down. And I do. But when I'm done with my nap, I'm like, okay, all right, yes, I feel a little better. And it gives me permission to care for myself. There's
Yes.
that little thing in the back of my mind that's like, it's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to take this break. Nothing
Self-care is very important
It's
right
the
now.
world is not falling apart because you decided to take a nap. You
That's
know?
right.
So yes, give yourself that leeway, that break, that little nudge of, it's okay. It really is okay to take care of yourself.
Yes, I agree.
So what do you think, my dear boy? That's a lively conversation tonight.
We and you We're beginning to understand what triggers are
Yes,
and being able to even conquer one a day is a huge advantage to just your own serenity.
yes, yes. I love that.
Ah,
So with that, we want to thank you for joining us on another Rev Talk. And we want to remind you to be gentle with yourself and to be kind to yourself and to remember that you are unique in all the universe. There will never be another just like you in all of space and time. You are powerful, you are cherished, and you are loved. And without you, the song of the universe would be incomplete. Until next time, my friends, be well.